Hello, my name is Jana. I live in a forest, and this video is going to be about invisible to-do lists and also how to fix a scratching post. Right now we're in the right now we're moving from a flat in Moscow to here because there's some redecoration going on, and a lot of stuff is arriving into this space, and it needs to be organized, it needs to be dragged from room to room, it needs to be made sense of, it needs to be dealt with. Everything is a project when it's out of place, and when everything is a mess, it's very difficult for me to function. So I have been cleaning little areas here and there. Like, I'll organize a desk and have it clean for a day, and then I can do some work. But everything gets cluttered, like, instantly, and everything around me is a project. Like, some things are just things, but I don't have a lot of those. Like this mug with tea, it's not empty. So it's just a tool to hold liquid and to help me consume some hydration during the day. But as soon as this mug is empty, it's going to become a to-do list item because it's going to be demanding my attention. I would need to take it and get it washed and stored and things like that. So right now it doesn't want anything from me. It's helping me. But as soon as I'm done with the tea, it will have to become a to-do list item. You know what I mean? Everything around me right now is a project. And I picked up this term, invisible to-do list, on YouTube. And it was in the context of minimalism and stuff. So if you have empty surfaces, no things visible, that means that your invisible to-do list is emptier, because there are not a lot of things screaming at you, demanding you to do stuff with them. And right now, everything around me is very stressful. Like, I have a pile of stuff right behind me, and that's where I've organized some projects, future projects that I've gathered some materials for. And here on this side is what looks like a pile of junk. It actually is some clothes that need to be taken away and some other unfinished projects. So everything is a project around here, and I need to add something to the list. What I have been doing is making the invisible list visible. I took a corkboard. It's a cheap one, really poor quality, but I made some papers that allow me to write down things that are on my invisible to-do list. As soon as I realized that it's a thing, like right now, I saw a project that needs to get done and I need to write it down. Here's the updated list. These are projects where I have some materials gathered for them. These are also some things that I can just do. I can keep it where I see it, and then I can do something out of this list and feel good about myself. And that's the whole idea. Like, I'm going to put it on a wall somewhere there, where the camera can see, and I'll work on it little by little. A lot of exciting things in there. I don't have a lot of bandwidth to do exciting things right now, but we're going to start, because the only way out of a slump is through action, I think. Don't quote me, don't sue me. I'm not anybody important. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I think that doing something is going to make me feel better. So, on today's list, we're tackling my cat's scratching post. I bought it a couple years ago and it's seen better days, and it's very much overdue because they started to, well, not only they took the rope down, but they started to kind of crush the cardboard. That's not good. So we'll have to take it apart and replace the rope with a new one. I have some new one. It's a bit thicker, but I think it's going to do really well. It's not the first time that I'm fixing a scratching post, so it's going to be easy, hopefully. Famous last words. It would probably help if I had a clean desk. Am I going to clean the desk? No. This thing is just unscrewing. It's going to be so much dust and stuff. Here we go. A thing with scratching posts is that you cannot mend it. If you have a tear in the rope, you have to replace the whole thing because that's a weak spot. And if you try and patch together some rope and fix just the place where it's loose, it's not going to go very well. It's going to last a day or two, and then the cats will destroy your work. So the only way is to have the whole rope replaced. Maybe if you have somewhere to use this rope, because at the bottom that's perfectly good rope, could be used for something else, but it won't be because I don't have a use for that. Yeah. They used a glue gun on the top. I do not have a glue gun, and they used a glue gun on the bottom. Maybe I do have a glue gun actually. It might make my life a bit easier. I think that we're going to get the glue gun. The weather is really nice. The update on the snow situation. Almost no snow in here. Still quite a lot of snow over there. I'm not very good with glue guns, but I'm going to try because it's tempting. My original plan was to use the PVA glue and glue it for the whole distance, like top to bottom, use the glue, but I think I'm going to use some glue gun on top and bottom, and everything else is going to be just a rope held by friction. That's the plan for now. Hopefully it's going to work. Well, if it doesn't, who cares? That's my favorite kind of project where the stakes are so low. In my head there's this idea that when I make something it should like look good and feel good and be elegant and stuff. Like, it's not a hard thing to do. I did the hardest thing. The first one is hard. You kind of want to tuck a little bit of rope under the next rope, but it's really awkward. Like, this thing has a very bad cord, and it doesn't want to stay in place. It's really, It takes a lot of getting used to, and it's not very glamorous, and when I do it I don't feel good. So I just immediately want to start screaming because there's just too much stuff going on at the same time. Like, is this even I burned myself. That's what I'm talking about. And because I'm not doing it every day, it's very difficult to do. That's what I'm saying. But in about an hour it's going to be completely finished, assembled and scratched. Now when I'm done with the initial part, I'm just going to keep rolling the rope onto the post, and it's going to be done in no time. And I'm going to also glue this in here. I should have started from the top, but it's okay. We'll make it work. Starting from the bottom didn't quite work, but I made it work. The top looks whimsical, let's call it that, and I'm almost done. That's one scratching post fixed, and it's amazing how empowering it can feel to just tell yourself that you're going to do something and then do it. Do recommend. We'll try and do more of that. Now the cats can be a little bit happier, and I need to vacuum the floors. That's it for this video. Hopefully I'm going to make more projects soon. I'm trying to get myself ready to do some projects. I have this sewing machine in here. It was heroically delivered and lifted to the second floor, so I can now do some machine sewing on a slow sewing machine. I just need to get some machine oil, because I need to find it, because it's somewhere, probably in the building. I just don't know where. But I hope to make a couple small and big projects soon. I'm also working on hand quilting an EPP baby quilt, but that's not going to be done anytime soon, because it takes a lot. It takes a very long time to do. But, well, at least I'm doing something. I'm not just, depressed. Yeah, the winter is over officially. Things are looking up, and yeah, I'm going to make something pretty soon. So hope to see you there.